Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another interesting edition of the program, CSE Weekly, a weekly program that keeps you abreast on the activities and achievements of the Corporate Affairs Commission. My name is Rashid Mahe, and coming up, service delivery, RGCSE reads RIOT Act to software provider. Artificial intelligence takes center stage as IBA holds 2025 conference. Plus, focus on insolvency practice. We will be right back.
Starting a business can be exciting, but it often comes with a mountain of paperwork and significant bureaucracy. But wait, there is an easier and better way. Introducing the new and highly improved CAC's company registration portal, your AI-powered solution to effortlessly register your company and get started on your entrepreneurial and business journey. Thanks to the visionary leadership of Hussaini Ishaq Magaji, SAN, the Registrar General CEO of the Corporate Affairs Commission, your entrepreneurial and business journey will now be faster, smarter, and hassle-free. With our intelligent AI platform, your business registration journey has become easier. During this first phase of our three-phase deployment of AI, the AI CRP expedites your name availability process, as well as the company registration itself. The AI guides you step by step, ensuring everything is done correctly, with real-time error checking and name suggestions, making it cost-effective for you to achieve name availability and instant registration. Join the future of business registration. Visit www.pre.cac.gov.ng today.
Welcome back. And let's begin from Toronto, Canada, where the International Bar Association, IBA, held its conference on 2nd to 8th November 2025. The IBA prides itself as a foremost organization for international legal practitioners, bar associations, and law societies. It was established in 1947, shortly after the creation of the United Nations, with the aim of protecting and advancing the rule of law globally. It was born out of the conviction that an organization made up of the world's bar associations could contribute to global stability and peace through the administration of justice. The IBA today boasts of more than 80,000 membership, comprising individual and international lawyers from most of the world's leading law firms and some 190 bar associations and law societies spanning more than 170 countries. The Registrar General CEO of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Hussaini Ishaq Magaji, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, was one of the several international lawyers who attended the event. Hussaini Ishaq Magaji described the 2025 International Bar Conference as truly rewarding. He stressed that it provided a unique opportunity of exploring several cutting-edge AI-powered legal technology products developed by world-class experts. Ishaq Magaji said when such innovations were adopted and utilized back home, they have enormous potentials to improve legal and corporate services to be more customer-friendly, effortless, and seamless. We say congratulations to the IBA for a successful and rewarding conference. And back home, in a bid to address growing customers' complaints and challenges, the Corporate Affairs Commission held an emergency meeting with its software provider. Speaking during the meeting, which lasted for 3 hours, the Registrar General CEO of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Hussaini Ishaq Magaji, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, expressed deep dissatisfaction with what he called poor performance by the service provider. Hussaini Ishaq Magaji emphasized that the development was negatively impacting on the Commission's track record of efficient service delivery. The Registrar General, who shared the pains of customers, maintained that they deserve effortless and seamless transactions, hence the Commission would no longer tolerate excuses. The era of excuses is over. It's either performance or exit, Magaji added. He therefore rolled out strict performance standards with a firm ultimatum to achieve full stabilization of the CAC portal without further delay. Wow, what a crucial meeting there. We say best of luck to the hard-working CAC team. It's now time to cross over to our interview segment to discuss insolvency practice. to discuss this topic is Justin Nida Birao, Special Advisor to the Registrar General. Sit back, relax, and enjoy watching.
Mr. Nidia Justin Birao, SA to the RG, many thanks for joining us on the program, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, been a while.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. Today we're talking about the familiar terrain, the insolvency. I know we've treated that for some time, and it's good that we're bringing it back again, especially for those who will be joining us for the first time. We already know what insolvency, means, but maybe a kind of recap for a new viewer who might just be watching us now. What is insolvency all about?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first of all observe that we considered it necessary to discuss the subject of insolvency practice one more time because of the challenging times that businesses are going through, more especially now. So, but basically when we are looking at the insolvency practitioner, what we have in mind is somebody that is recognized by law as having gone through the relevant professional training and most importantly is given authorization by the Commission to practice as an insolvency practitioner.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and that brings us back to the proper question.
Yes.
Who is the insolvency practitioner?
Well, an insolvency practitioner is the person that have studied what is considered to be the relevant field, either in the university or at a polytechnic. Specifically, under CAMA mentioned those who have studied either law or accountancy or any other field that is recognized by the Commission as relevant to the practice of insolvency practice. And it also recognizes those that have been certified by a body known as BRIPAN. And by BRIPAN we mean Business Recovery and Insolvency Practitioners Association of Nigeria. So in either of two cases, if you have an academic certificate that is in the relevant field and is recognized by the Commission, or you are certified by BRIPAN to be an insolvency practitioner, and you have, which you always emphasize, you have authorization by the Commission to practice as an insolvency practitioner, then you could consider yourself as an insolvency practitioner.
I know this is a new area, introduced about 2 to 3 years ago. What kind of certification does the Commission give? It would be, insolvency practitioner.
Well, we do what is called accreditation of insolvency practitioners. And the conditions is what we have mentioned earlier, that you must have come from either the accountancy profession or the legal profession, or as it is now, we have recognized also ICSA, which is Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. If you look at these professions, you would recognize that they are the one that are into company management and administration. Okay. Yes.
Is he or she paying any extra money for accreditation?
Well, there is a fee, there is a prescribed fee for accreditation of insolvency practice.
How much?
That one is the sum of 50,000.
Okay. So after my qualification as an accountant or Institute of Management secretaries and administrators, I still have to pay 50,000 naira to be qualified to practice.
Yes, that is the fee prescribed in the company's regulation.
Okay, is it on an annual basis or once in a lifetime?
No, it's once in a lifetime.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the rules that is expected of an insolvency practitioner. I know what really comes to mind is help save the company from going down.
Yes. Well, the idea of the insolvency practitioner was actually championed, like you rightly observe, to bring in what is considered a paradigm shift from hitherto what was obtainable in practice. Because over the years, it was observed that most of the older insolvency practice put more emphasis on what is considered an undertaking business. And by undertaking business, we mean that most of the processes then led to the death of a company. So traditionally, we had always recognized the role of a liquidator, the role of an official receiver, the role of a provisional liquidator, the role of a receiver, and the role of receiver managers. But over the years, what has been observed is that most of the processes under this procedure led to eventual death of the company, which is not ideal for the economy.
Okay, speaking about the economy, we came up with this because of the current situation of the economy and where companies are folding up due to the present situation that we have. Is there little, can the insolvency practitioner, as we speak today, save a company from collapsing?
Oh yes, that was actually the principal idea of making the insolvency practitioner a professional. Because
what magic will he or she do? One, maybe the company is seriously in debt. Two, there's no money anywhere to save the situation. So what will he do?
No, companies go down for various reasons. So it may not.
But today, the majority of the reason is because of the economic situation.
Yes.
Not because of mismanagement.
Yes, some as a result of mismanagement, some as a result of economic situations. But in either case, it is expected that the insolvency practitioner, being a professional person, will be able to advise the company on various ways of overcoming its challenges and bouncing back to life.
What would be the one advice he would give?
Well, there are so many. First of all, if you recognize that there is a challenge with the company, what is expected of a professional is that you examine the books of the company to identify the source of the challenge.
Okay.
Some of the sources.
And if the source of the challenge is because of pure economic situation, the realities on ground.
Well, like any other challenge, there will always be alternatives of how to wriggle yourself out of it. Okay, because most of the economic challenges that you might have from businessman perspective, they are actually considered as opportunities. They have inbuilt opportunities also in them. Okay.
Oh, okay. So he or she might be able to advise the company to diversify.
Yes.
Rather than going down totally.
Yes. Sometimes it's diversification. Sometimes it's what we call spin-off. Sometimes it's also a restructuring even of the what is called the administrative and management structures. Sometimes you look at what is called mismatch between assets when you use short-term assets to finance long-term liability, for instance.
Okay.
That would create what is considered to be a mismatch. Because
give us a scenario when that happens, how that happens.
So, for instance, you take a loan from a bank that is supposed to mature in 6 months, and you use it to procure a capital to run a business.
Should companies and organizations begin to seek the services of an insolvency practitioner even before they begin to have problems? That maybe he or she will begin to guide them from day one.
Yes, it's good.
Not until when it happens.
It's good usually that companies should have financial advisors that will advise them from time to time, not only in terms of how they manage their finances, but what are the possible ways. They can even finance their operations and expansions if they so desire to do. Yes. So
Okay, as a new area, how many insolvency practitioners do we have today? Because you are the ones who accredit them. So how many do we have today? And can they cater for the kind of problematic situation that we have on ground?
yes, we consider the number as reasonable, looking at the background of where we are coming from, that the concept has just been introduced formally into the economy. So it will take some time, it will take a lot of outreaches and enlightenment for people to appreciate the role of the insolvency practitioner and to key into the initiatives that have been deployed.
Before I go into their services and how much they charge, let me ask you, what is the response like?
Well, the response, like I said, has been encouraging. Well, but to put a figure to it, I think last time when we have reason to review how many people had key into it, we found that there were about 874
Insolvency practitioners in the country today.
Yes, that have been recognized.
Okay. So how much do they charge companies? I know that you tell me it's based on individual.
No,
or is there like a capped charges?
No, for now I'm not aware of any formal.
But the insolvency practitioner will not work free for me.
Or that will depend on how much he is paid. Will depend on what he has agreed with the.
Is the commission not coming up with a price tag?
That
just to kind of regulate their activities.
That may not be appropriate for now, but in the future, if we think that the fees that are being charged by the insolvency practitioners are excessive, then we could look at that.
That would be when they must have collected too much money from people before you begin to review.
No, first of all, what we will notice is that we are not expecting that the insolvency practitioners should be insensitive to what happens in the economy. And first of all, what we will note is that by the time a company comes knocking on the door of the insolvency practitioner, it means that it already has signal of financial challenges. So the responsibility of the insolvency practitioner is to ensure that that company comes out of its challenges. So we are not expecting at that level that he should charge excessive fees.
And since inception to date, how many companies have they been able to rescue?
Well, there are few companies that have keyed into it because there are various options of what we call insolvency processes, which are available under CAMA. So the other ones, the traditional ones, are the ones that come on regular basis. So, but for the newer ones, the level of patronage has actually not been too encouraging.
Okay. Why did CAMA give insolvency practitioners special focus?
Well,
CAMA 2020.
Because of the need
that
there is need for us to de-emphasize the traditional practice of liquidation, receiver manager or official liquidator. So the shift was meant that before you consider winding up the company, you must have tried to rescue the company first. And until and unless that one fails, it is assumed that you shouldn't explore at all the option of liquidation of the company. So the law emphasizes that the default insolvency process that should be embarked upon should be what is called the business rescue mechanism.
But let me ask you, we see businesses of 30 years, 50 years, 100 years. What is the magic behind their sustainability? I know you tell me you're not a businessman, but you've been into company practice for a very long time.
Well, a number of factors. First of all, you will see in that type of business that there must have been a vision, there must be a mission.
Are you saying the one that collapsed after 1 year don't have vision, mission? They just started a company without the vision, without a mission?
Incidentally, mostly that is what you have. People don't have what is called a vision before they start business. Sometimes it's necessity that push people into business. But for a business that has properly started, you will find that mostly it outlives the promoter of the business.
Okay. As we wind up, if you are talking to company owners right now and who are facing, who are going to be insolvent in any moment from now, what exactly will you be telling them?
Our appeal to them is actually that they, all of us, because it's an attitudinal problem, all of us should destigmatize what we call business challenges. Because the fact that you fail today does not mean that you will fail tomorrow. And in any failure, actually, there is always an opportunity to learn. So that is what businessmen should always have at the background of their mind.
All right. Mr. Nidia Justin Barrow, SA to the RG, thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
What an insightful segment there with Mr. Justin. Now take a look at this message on the importance of the PSC filing straight from the Registrar General's desk.
Did you know that it is now mandatory by law for companies to declare all persons with significant control of ownership of company to the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC)? Listen to the Registrar General of the CAC.
By the extant regulation in Nigeria, the identity of the person behind any company must be disclosed.
By virtue of Section 119 and 791 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act of 2020 and the Person with Significant Control Regulations of 2022, the law aims to enhance transparency in corporate ownership across Nigeria.
Any person or any individual with ultimate power or with 5% interest holding must disclose his identity.
Under this law, any company that fails to disclose the beneficial owner of its company or the ultimate person in the company who has influence either directly or indirectly, or the person with 5% shareholding and above or voting rights may face serious consequences.
The law required that any person who assumed that position must disclose that position to that company within 7 days, and the company must communicate same and file same to the Corporate Affairs Commission within 30 days.
The identity of the beneficial owner must be a name of a natural person. Failure to comply attracts daily penalties imposed by law.
If it is a natural person, it attracts 5,000 daily from the date of breach. But if it is a unnatural person, it requires 10,000 from the day of the breach to the day of compliance, and it also attracts administrative penalties by the Corporate Affairs Commission.
The CAC reserves the right to refuse to receive any filings from any non-compliant company or even to list the company from its register. For more details, check the Person with Significant Control website at bor.cac.gov.ng or visit the Corporate Affairs Commission's official website at www.cac.gov.ng. CAC, committed to prompt and efficient service.
Such a lovely delivery there by the RG. And now, do you know that by the provisions of Section 421, subsection 1 of CAMA 2020, the annual return of a company limited by shares or guarantee or unlimited shall be completed, signed and delivered to the Corporate Affairs Commission not later than 42 days after the annual general meeting for the year. So have you updated your records with the CAC? We say well done if you have, and if you have yet to do that, please hurry now www.cac.gov.ng to file your return to avoid being struck off. The CAC remains committed to working hard to provide prompt and efficient service to customers in line with global best practices. And that does it for this week's edition of the program, CAC Weekly. We hope you enjoyed watching. For comments and inquiries, please take advantage of our social media handles and helpline. The address on Instagram is Corporate Affairs Commission, on Facebook, is also Corporate Affairs Commission. And on X, formerly Twitter, the address is @CSE Nigeria 1. The email service is cservice@csc.gov.ng. And the website address remains unchanged. It is www.csc.gov.ng. And the call center number remains 070-8062-9000. Do join us next week for another interesting edition of the program, same time, same station. For me, Rashid Mahe, and the whole team is bye for now.